Hi there. Um, yeah, I just thought I'd better continue with this before I forget what I'm actually doing in the game. So, we're trying to expand the population to, what would it be? 16,000. Got to try and get the population up to 16,000. Now, if I can just build a little bit more residential, I'm just wondering what. Because he's asking for commercial. Still, he's been asking for commercial for ages. I don't seem to be able to get it to change its mind. Yeah, hi Mark. I'm gonna try and achieve a couple of different things in today's episode. I've got to get the population up to 16,000 to get to the next level, and I'd like to expand the metro, add another metro line, which is something I enjoy doing. So if I just have a look at that. Yeah, so these buildings are, I'll just show you the information. That's abandoned, and it says these are not enough educated workers. Now, I don't really know why it's just them particular buildings there. I'll just check schools. That's the university, which is pretty full. I don't know, I mean, it's saying here uneducated 6%, well educated 32%, educated, you know what I mean? They are educated, it's just they don't seem to be wanting to work by the seaside. So I'm just going to let these buildings sort of, or maybe just leave them to die off. I'm not really asked about them, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. So I'll just keep expanding this commercial. I can also fit in an American football stadium. I got a DLC pack of stadiums. That's another soccer stadium. Yeah, I see, right, that's a good idea. There's the university, look. And we're going to call it Miskatonic. That's a long word. Miskatonic University. Nice one. Thanks for that. wondering whether to put like this area here as maybe some shops. Choices, eh? Let's have a look. I just want to check the city happiness. Attractiveness is 36, so it's still pretty low. The city's not like that big at the moment. Happiness, yeah, pretty high. Nearly 90% mostly. So I was thinking about adding like a big park here. Small. That's quite big. Oh, it's like a chirper. Let's try. Let's try this. The chirper. Oh, they like that, didn't they? So this is the chirper look. It's a giant inflatable. You can go on a ride. It's basically an air balloon. You can go on a ride over the city. If anybody fancies going on a ride, knock yourself out. No, there's no Hindenburg, I don't think. Yeah, you could get in the chirper and look down this massive hole. The gaping hole. But there he is, flying over the sea. Looks pretty cool. Right, I'm just looking at some more parks. What's this big thing here? Thinking maybe like I don't even know what that is. Vertical farm. I think it's like a tourist attraction. So recreation wise, I mean, I just, like I say, I was just showing you that stadiums. There's a baseball stadium. There's an American football field. It's not actually that big. If I compare it to the stadium, it's pretty much the same size. And then all these are locked. What's this one here? Horseshoe Stadium. Arrow Park. So they're like locked. So I'm wondering what like a baseball stadium would be like. NFL stadium. Well, it's not NFL, but you know what I mean. It's right about the residential though, so maybe I shouldn't put it there. I mean, you kind of want it far away from like residents, so I might put it somewhere down here, and I'll maybe give it the metro. So let me look at a road here. 3-lane highway. Not sure whether that's a good idea. I'm very indecisive today. So, I don't think there's an actual amusement park DLC but I can actually build like manually a theme park. So here it says there Park Life, and I can make my own park, and you get all the buildings to add. You kind of got to start building it to open it all up, and it does generate a little bit of money. It's quite fun to do. Let me just get rid of these ugly buildings while we're here. It seems like this one here is going to survive. Medium mug cafe, and I'm going to make it historical so it can't upgrade. So it's just going to permanently be that little coffee shop down by the waterway. Kind of cool. I like these little ones. Make it historic. But for some reason the other ones didn't want to survive. Let's try again, eh? Let's just add one and see if he survives. See if he gets enough workers in. So this here would be the start of the American football stadium. Now let me think. Check the water. That would need to be implemented. Before anything else. I'm just not sure if it's in that right area. Because if people are driving, they've got to come down here. Yeah, so you can see here, this is where the garbage landfill sites were, and they've all gone, and now I've just got incinerators. There's 3 incinerators, one over here, and they seem to cover the city so far quite well. These weird icons means that the cemetery's full. No, I need to get to 16,000 to get a crematorium, and that's why you've sort of got to push it really quick so that the cemeteries don't fill up quicker than you get the crematoriums, if you understand. So you get like your population boost, and then you get the crematoriums. Now I'm thinking maybe I can make Midian. It's just What would medium be in this game? Right, give them some skyscrapers. People want a library. The coverage of libraries, I think, is terrible in this game. I've got 4 libraries and there's like these massive red areas. I mean, the library's literally up the bloody street. Look, red area, library. Just bloody walk there. You should be in charge of doing some DLC for this game, Mark. I'm sure they'd love it. So I'm thinking maybe extend this to this road. Just checking the water and electric seem to be okay at the moment. Right, let's do some high density buildings. Right, start working on the population in kind of like a slow way. Right, there should be a fire station right there. Did I not put a fire station in? Yeah, he's right there, look. Probably not as high as it should be. So I just need more names, more horror names. Let me just save it before we forget. We've passed the $2 million mark, which is good. Just trying to think. Quatermass, that should be like that hole. Let's I could just make it one blob. It's part of Suspiria Park, I'm afraid. Right, I'm still trying to get on top of one little building. Cool. Right. So if I was thinking about putting the American football stadium here, people have got to drive. I'm on PS5, PlayStation 5, so it's not as good as PC. It's not as deep. There's not as many mods. People have built like a whole like British version of the buildings, and you can have like little towns and KFC and betting shops and all sorts, all English stuff. Oh no! So this guy's now struggling. Not enough educated workers. He seems all right. It says one overeducated worker. God, I wish you make your bloody minds up. Right, let's have a look at some of this. There's no game on. Not yet. That's good that the buildings are upgraded. Yeah, there should be like a flea market, shouldn't there? That'd be cool. I know that's where you'd be going all the time. Looking for junk. Let's give them a few more office buildings. I'll just check that's within there. Very good. I'm going to add a pink tree just because I want to. Where is pink tree? Here we are. Pink tree. How nice. Wow, so how much is he worth to the right person? Oh yeah, there's tons of plants. All different types of trees. Can have a lot of fun with the trees. Oh, why? Because it's like a pistol. Got some skyscrapers. Hotels. I like that. Got the little chirper look. So you can buy an AR-15, but you can't buy a Megatron. Okay, America. Bonkers, literally. So does that make it more collectible? The fact that it's like contraband? All the people are turning up. Yeah, we get them over here as well, Mark. We get silly versions of brightly coloured, like Boba Fett's rifle, and I think people just like repaint them. You know, it's very easy to go out and buy a can of black spray paint and some silver paint to make it look real. It'll take you about an hour. Look at all these people, man. Look at this. Yes. They're filling up. I love the subway. When they all come pouring out the subway. 178 people. Look at them all. All wearing red pants. Maybe they're French, I don't know. So the stadium's filling up, which is good news. Let's just have a look. So we've got to win 2 more games to get a 6-game winning streak, which would be awesome. Oh no, my little coffee shop shut down. And this one's doing alright. He's upgraded like 3 times, look. What is he? Mega shopping centre. Really? That's a shame, isn't it? Right, how are we doing for... Yeah, we're not really getting any population push, are we? Right. Are we going to go for it? Population mad. We'll get these to start building. Let's go for this. This area is not big enough for 2,700 people, but it'll sure as hell be closer. I mean, the demand for people isn't as much. Just going to try and push the commercial again. No, I'm really sad about that. He went bankrupt. He was doing so well. I wonder if there's anybody walk on this pathway. I've not seen a single person come down here. See if this guy does. No. Anybody will come down here? See, they're crossing the road without a crossing. It's part of the a pack. So if you go into MCC at the bottom there, click on it. Modern City Centre. So it's got like a different look of buildings, allegedly. So I'm wondering, let me just look at high schools again. There's a high school right there. It don't make any sense sometimes. Right, let's do like an elderly care home. Where can we stick that? Come on. And then we got a child's centre for the childs of this world. Let me just have a look at that stats. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, there's not a lot of sort of traffic down here. There's nothing really to do down this long road. See what I mean? Everything's down this end. I mean, the bin man's coming down. A couple of cars here now. So what should I like add? Maybe a car park. It's saying the power line's in the way, which is annoying. Let's have a look at. So let's have a look at a bit of tourism for it then. What are these buildings here? Marina, fishing pier, restaurant pier. So if I did fishing tours, well, they like that, didn't they? It might attract some people down here. Yeah, you're right. Bit of a steep. What's the big wheel? Where? What is big wheel? Yeah, Quint shark fishing. So the game's on. Let's look at info views. Health. Childcare is 81% and elderly care is 63%. Ah yes, so this wheel here is the parks. I can build my own theme park. Fishing tours. Quint's fishing tours. I love that. Stop playing with yourself, Hooper. One of the best lines in film ever. Nice building. The back of the city hall. Ugh. So the population here give us a bit of a boost, but we need to carry on, don't we? It's bad when you think about it, trying to get 16,000 people brought into the city. Yeah, they do, mate, and I'm well jealous. I'd love a swimming pool. Yeah, look. It's what you call posh, innit? I put a pathway in to make it look a bit more uncomfortable for the bathing people walking past. You can just jump in there. I can add like a fence between the houses, look, which is not overly detailed. What's this one? Just like a weird fence. Hi, welcome to the chat. If you just joined us, say hi. Any ideas for names of, well, basically anything. Even people. We can name people. If there's somebody you like the look of, I can give them a name. Right, I just noticed there is a traffic light here, look. So I'll turn that off. Traffic lights are like a major... Oh, really? That's not a good sign. Right, thanks for the warning. I'll save it. If the game crashes, guys, I will come back. We seem to be having a few crashing issues sometimes. But I will come back to been on live. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? A nice overlook hotel. Something like this here. That's a research centre. We need something a little bit more old-fashioned for like overlook. Happy to have a look to see if there's a building that looks similar. Well, that's a department store, so that's not going to do it, is it? I could get that right there. Ooh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Maybe. I don't think there's like a decorative hotel. There's Brandenburg Gate, which is really small. You think that'd be like bigger? What else have we got? Winter Market. We never still put a cinema in either. Oh, cool. Where on earth are you going to put that? Has got a cinema to put in. Next to the cemetery, huh? You could go watch a movie and then visit the dead straight after. That's cool, man. I don't think anybody around here would know what Bates Motel was. Yeah, you could. I could definitely put a crematorium right next to the old people's home. I think I've done that before. Where is the old people's home now? Where did I put it? I put it down here, didn't I? There, look. Yeah, I could put it on the corner. Is that mean? Not really. You can look out the window and that's where you're going. So, unfortunately my team lost. But it is what it is. We were doing really well. We were on a 6-game winning streak, heading for that, and they blew it. Just like my team in real life. What multiplex? What's a multiplex? You mean like a shopping mall sort of thing? I mean, we do have shopping malls. Nothing like you guys, but shopping centre as they're called. Right, we're just about to pass 14,000. Just want to check. This can be like more sort of industry. Let me just put in another. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the cinema company over here is called like Showcase or Cinema World, something like that. And yeah, they sort of. I mean, they're all right. They're nothing like American ones. I mean, cinema still is popular here, but not like America, I don't think. You know, they sort of go through stages of struggling a little bit. Yeah, Odeon cinemas used to be big here. That's where I saw Return of the Jedi in Leeds. At the Odeon, which is not there anymore. Odeon went bust. There used to be one in Ipswich, and it's now a church. Go figure. The little shops. There's more traffic down here, look. And Quint's Fishing Tours has got 14 people. No, I mean, you know, cinemas has it's all dependent on a good film. So if there's a good film out, people will go watch it. If there's not, then they struggle. I think sometimes that's why like the Marvel films have done well, because people do want to go watch films. But if they have a drought of good movies, then they suffer. To the cinemas. I mean, sometimes you can go to the cinema and look at the board and you think, oh, I don't even want to watch any of them films. There's nothing on there that's you even know. Oh, nice one. I remember seeing The Blob when I was a kid. Yeah, so cinemas have had to adapt a little bit, but they're extremely expensive as well. You know, I think some board meeting one day said, look, if we're going to survive, we can't let people watch a film for £3 and sell them popcorn for £1. You've literally got £4 off them. So let's put the film up to £10 and the popcorn up to £10, and then you've got £20 out of the bastards. It's just being a decision they've made. They don't want people to leave the cinema with any money in their pockets. It doesn't necessarily mean the film's any good. But it's just a business decision. like everything these days, it's all just corporate. You know, they've been taken over by corporate businessmen. They don't give a shit about films. And if you think about it, like, if you were really clever, you would have got into the popcorn business, because popcorn to make is pennies. You know, they're just warmed up corn kernels, and they're selling them for like £6. Whereas the film that you're watching might cost $100 million to make, and you're only watching that for 10. So the markup on popcorn is better than the movie. It's crazy. Should have got into popcorn. I'm just watching that person now. What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to cross over. That's good. I thought he was going to walk onto the roundabout. Some people going around their daily business. Just checking Miskatonic. So it's got a lot of capacity and there's not that many people going. Weird. There's a film I've not watched for years. So if you're just new to the chat, hi, welcome to the game. We're trying to, the population's now gone over 14,000. We're trying to get to 16,000 population. And just going to have a little bit of a push. I keep forgetting that the population needs to be dealt with. A couple of little houses. The industrial still in demand. Forestry. Got some like cows just wandering around on their own. So put a little fence up for them. Oh, it's despawned. Okay. Well, that's why. Oh, whatever. Yeah, well. So we're approaching 14,500 population. It's pretty good. What's these divvies asking for? Educate workers again. So if you look at elementary school, it's in the green, but it could be higher. High school's top. Can't get it any higher than that. University is pretty good. And the public libraries. Maybe I should put another library somewhere over here. I really resent libraries. It's like, dude, there's one there, and there's one there. What's your bloody problem? Alright, give them a frickin' library. There's literally one down the street. So maybe I need another elementary school. Let me just see where they all are. See if I can get one in here. So in this game, the internet is not really recognized. Whereas in City Skylines 2, the internet is like a big part of the game. A bit like electricity and water. You've got to have like, what would you call, like signal towers everywhere so that people can get the internet, because it is a big thing. Obviously, it is a big thing in real life. But in this game, I don't think the internet was really like considered. And yeah, it's not really a thing in this game. Strange, I know. Right, I'm just looking at places I can push the population, because this is sort of filled up a bit now. I'm at 14,500. So let's go for a little bit more. Just going to check electricity. I'm going to put in another. Just boost it a little bit. That shop really has died, I think. So what I'm going to do is, if I demolish it, it'll reappear. It'll respawn as something else. It'll come back. It'll reinvent itself as another shop. There's not much demand, so it hasn't appeared yet. Does that say Sir Cut a Lot? This little shop here, look, Sir Cut a Lot. He's got solar panels on. And there's the blimp, flying high. There he goes. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he needed to upgrade, and it killed it. Yeah, so further down here, I've got car parks. Look, it looks terrible. I can alter the land. So what is this? Level terrain. So if I select, say, that level, I'm not really sure how to do this. Yeah, there, look, I'm lowering the ground. Making it level. That's a little better. Before it was like stuck up. These people don't mind that hill. In fact, they seem to jump over it. Weird. I should have really sort of calmed this like terrain down a little bit before I built everything. Let's just have another play with that. I'll just lower the ground look. There you go. I'll flatten it out a little bit. Because these hills are quite extreme. Make it even more flat. You can see it sinking. Just make it a little bit more realistic. There we are. Let me just save the game. So the population is growing still. I've got some moaning mini here complaining about the noise, and you know what we do with them. We deselect their asses so they're out of here, because they will never stop complaining, because this metro station here in Shelley Square is quite noisy, and they'll always complain about it because they're that close. So I basically just knock their house down and they can move somewhere else. So this used to be residential around it, and now it's all gone because they just moan. Same with this area here. I could maybe try and add a new building and see if they accept it. So, are we confident we're going to get to 16,000? Let's just go for it. I'm just going to fill it all in and see what happens. I guess the worst thing that can happen is the demand for commercial goes even higher because people want more shops. So let's sort of maybe preempt that. Give them something to bloody moan about. Yeah, you can you can sort of redo sort of areas if you want to change it. A district can be residential or commercial or industrial. It just means that if I change, say, that to residential and all them people, all that factories moved out, the farming, you'd lose a lot of employment. It'd be like a bit of a shock to the system. You can see now I've done all that. It's the green bar for the demand for people has gone right down. So we're very close to 15,000 though. So I'm thinking I might need to add like a park, because there'll be crying without it. Stick that in there. Yeah, I can't get a little alleyway now. It don't matter. So we've just crossed 15,000 population. Another 1,000 to go, and we will have achieved tonight's goal of 16,000. So let's just have a look at down here. Give them some more residential. It's asking for more jobs, and we've got plenty of room down here for that. Wonderful, that's very nice. I like that. Welcome to the chat if you just come in. We're just aiming for 16,000 population. Only got about 850 to go. I'll have a look at the medical centre. Don't need a medical centre. Yeah, maybe stick one down here. Very cool. They're all happy about that, and that might upgrade their houses, which means more population. I did want to add a big park in here, didn't I? I can't remember what the biggest one was, like this one. Yeah, they're going to like that. A nice big park, look. Sort of weird. A weird park. So, if I... just... nice little park, that. A giant birthday cake with flags and an ice cream van. Very cool. Right, 15,300. I'm going to have another push with the residential. It really is like pretty crazy for residential. It's always demanding more, more, more. So let's add a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, they must have struggled with ideas for parks, because some of them are pretty crazy. But I think that's part of the quirkiness of the game. It's a bit like Sims, you know, it's a bit silly in places. I mean, we've got a blimp and it's like a giant sparrow, blue sparrow. The Zeppelin would have been better, wouldn't it? Right, I can see there's a demand up there for bins, which has been already sorted out. That's good. I'm not sure how long this stream's been. If anybody can see how long it is. So I've just stuck in these like buildings here, and they're suddenly complaining, as usual, about educated workers. So maybe there's some sort of demand here for a school. Cool, 66 minutes, thank you. And I'll put maybe a high school this side. That's a big school, man. Oh, it's a hospital. That's why it's huge. I didn't put a school in, I put a hospital in. So no wonder they're still stupid. Because I wasn't putting in the right building. Just going to bite the bullet and just give them loads of schools. I've got the money, so which I've just noticed has gone down a lot. I think it's because of that hospital I just put in. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, it's only 2,000 upkeep a week. And my team just won, so money's not a problem anymore. And now they all come out, look. Millions of them. Look at them all. My ants. Bit of traffic to sort out, but it's not a problem. It's only because the game's empty and I don't mind it backing up for, what, 2 or 3 minutes. It'll be chaos while the people come out of the stadium. Most of them have gone down the subway, so, you know. That's what it was built for. Loads more people coming out. Let's have a look at the subway use. Nearly 200, which is great. Let's have a look at the line. Wow, it's really getting some good use. Yeah, I saw the police there nicking some drunk. I love those like stats. But the numbers, sorry, the money's dropping, so let me just have a look at medical. I'm going to drop that down. Just having a look at these. See if that helps get the money back up. Yeah, it's starting to work now. So as we see, the little derelict building has rebuilt itself into this tower block, a super pharmacy, but it's still struggling for educated people. And there we go. I didn't even realise, but we've reached its target. Now I can get crematoriums, which I shall do right away. There they are. 25 grand for a crematorium. Now, where's the cemetery? The cemetery's here, look. And if I put the crematorium kind of next to it, I can empty it. Yeah, you can build an airport and have planes coming in and out. Yeah, that's totally a thing. I'm going to stick a crematorium there. I want 3 crematoriums. So let's stick one further down here where there's loads of room now because these people have all moved out. They love it. So that's 3 more crematoriums added. I'll just save that. So I don't know why these people aren't getting educated when there's a frickin' school right there. Do you know what I mean? There's like an elementary school for the babies and then a high school. And you know, the university is right there, look. I mean, you can't have 2 universities in such a small city, can you? I'm going to have to bite the bullet, aren't I, and do it. Well, it got quite a big spread of likes, which is good. Now the money's going back down again. It's quite a big shock to the system when I do that. Yeah, look, it's dropping right down. 700. 6, 4, 3, 2. Right, let's have a look at the economy. I don't like it when it runs down like that. I'm going to put the education down, even though we've got more schools. We're going to go into the red for the first time since more or less the game started. So I think I'm just going to have to ride this out. Just going to have to ride it out. See how high it goes. 229. It might sort of peak, and then it'll. Yeah, I think it's peaked. So it's going back down again now. Look. 22. Back into the green. Yeah, it sort of does that. Right, so these little morning minis, I'm just going to deselect their squares so there won't be actually resident any sort of buildings there. I'm not going to let them struggle away. I don't know why there's like no people there. I mean, it's because of education. Maybe I'll just wait for the education to kick in. Check this fire. Yep, got put out pretty quick. No problemo. Lots of people walking, which is what I love to see. Very busy over there. Come look at the giant hole. So let me just check the city traffic map. Right. Happiness. Yeah, pretty good. Where's traffic? There. So there is no red traffic marks. I got rid of that. It's like dark brown. It's not bright red. So I was thinking of doing a metro line over here and back over there. And it would have been for the American football stadium. But I'm not happy with that. The way they'd have to come out of the city here on the road, drive on this bit of motorway, come down this bit off the highway, down this little road, and then up here to the stadium, and that's quite a lot of driving. I don't know whether to make this here like something like that. So the money's going back up now. We're doing really well for the economy. What shall we do? Let me just check the water. I'll put a bit more money into water. Oh, I've got another tile to buy, haven't I? So where shall I buy a tile? 12,000. So this area is now ours. We've got a train bridge. I can work on a train line. Well, the line's already there. Just get a train station in. And I could get a train station by the stadium. And then people can come from all over to see the game. And I pretty much got this island like sorted out. Has this building calmed down now? It's got a little oil depot. It's like a little petrol station. Dino oil. So let's look at just expanding this road. Don't want it too close to that dirty area, do I? It's already got water coverage. How are we doing for water? Never really understood the water treatment plant, to be honest. But I might have to add another horrible pipe. Yep, that's connected. And then just connect that. And that's the water sorted out. So this cemetery's full. Where's the closest crematorium? Look, just there. So I could, well, I could partially start emptying it. Empty building to another facility. Right. Watch all the hearses come out. And I'm going to see where they go. Just going to follow him. He should take the bodies to the crematorium, which is just here. And then he goes round the block. Oops, sorry. And back into the graveyard. And there's 6 cars doing that now. They've already got nearly rid of 100 bodies. I think they take 10 at a time. Funny old game, isn't it? Emptying the graveyard. So I'm just wondering, yeah, if I don't want them to take them to that other cemetery. I want them to take them to the incinerator. Just wondering where he's going. Where is he going? It says here, picking up dead person. So he's actually going out on a picking up. He's not actually emptying the cemetery. He's actually out on a job, as they say. So he should turn. No, he should have turned left then. Just following him. It will have been. I'm just trying to. Relocating corpses to crematorium. He's going a long way. There's one down here, look, just there. I can select the train if I can get hold of it. Tells you how many people are on there. So yeah, I'll empty this graveyard, and then I'll reopen it, and they can be part of the facility again. Of disposing bodies in this area, because there is no crematorium in this area here. The closest one's there. Interesting, eh? So I'm still wondering what to do about this stadium. Some criminals. Crime rate, what? I don't know what happened. I didn't see any cop cars. Maybe he got away. Oh, the police car's there, look. See if I can select him. Oh, weird. He hasn't got anybody in the car. He's going for a long drive. Where on earth is he going? Oh, down here. They get about a bit, don't they? I might need to check. Check. Traffic lights. Turn them all off. Oops. I'm lost. Right, let me just check this cemetery. Well, they've nearly got rid of 500 people out of the cemetery already. Imagine digging up 500 bodies. Ugh, grim. Right, it's asking for a bit more industrial, so we'll give them it. Hi to everybody in the chat. It's quite good numbers tonight. I think I had 12 at one point, which is really great. Never had so many. Cool. That's the hospital, which I don't think even does anything. It's got 0 patients. It's very expensive for doing nothing. Because I don't let my people get poorly. The only way you can make them ill is to poison them with the dirty water, and that's going downstream. Look that way. Right, so the next population milestone. 20,000, and I can get a solar power plant, which is really cool, and I get a copper bowl, which is a big stadium. So the next one is 32,000, and you can get ships and a peanut bowl memorial stadium. 32,000, gee. Then 44,000. These are big. 65,000. You can get airplanes, airport. And you get monuments, international airport, 80,000. Jesus. I think that's the sort of maximum. Quite a lot. So to say I've only got nearly 17,000 and you get it up to 80,000, you imagine how big it's going to be. You'd fill out like all these squares. I have done shipping before. And I've had an airport before. It's quite cool. There's crime on the island. I don't know what happened. It's not there anymore. Maybe he stole some sweets and gave them back. I'm just having a look at the sort of land here. So I need to make this flat. Yeah, that'd be cool if I got a beach resort. I can look into that. I'm just flattening this island out a little bit. So I can maybe start building some sort of stuff on this island again. Make it a bit bigger. I make a golf course. I'll just flatten out this ground. And I can connect it to that road. What does that look like? That's a lot better. So let's have a look now at adding a bit of a road. I turn it into Amity Island. So now we've got a road the whole way around the island. I could try and maybe flatten that out a little bit as well. Just to get rid of these huge tree lumps. Just get rid of like any weirdness. You can see I'm like lowering the land look. Making it a little bit less extreme. How does that look? A lot nicer. And then I can there we are. Bit of a better island. Right, let me just check that cemetery. It's only got rid of 1,000, which is pretty good. See if I can just add a little bit of parking. Seem to like that. So we've gone over 17,000 without me adding any more population, which is good. I was thinking of maybe adding an exit road down here. So what I'll do a 2-lane. So they can get out of the city without driving all the way up there. And then maybe they can come into the city there, look. But that's just from that direction. It's not this side. It's just this one. He might just help alleviate some of the traffic. Dirty vans. Just going to watch where this truck goes. Ice Cube Factory. It basically meant he didn't have to drive all the way through the city. It's doing well that now. It's only 1,500. It's only half empty. Let's just check these little dudes. They seem to be surviving now. Nothing's gone weird. Let me just check the electricity. So I don't need... Maybe I can lower that ground a little bit. So I'm just going to lower this land, look. Maybe these skyscrapers can have a better view. Maybe I'll lower it a bit more. So we got rid of that hill. It's a bit nicer. Is that the highest bit? Oh, there's this bit here, look. Although, I don't know, I kind of don't mind that bit of a land feature. This bit here could be better. Just flatten it off a bit. Just make these hills a little bit extreme, a little bit less. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? God, these hills are like terrible. Right, so let's have a look. Right. I just got rid of those very bumpy hills on the coast. Gives it a little bit more of a feature. So we were talking about this lake, weren't we? I'm not really 100% sure how to make a beach. I don't know if you go low, it'll actually appear with the beach. What's it looking like? I don't think I can get a beach. Let's have a look. So if you're following the stream and you're enjoying it and you want to subscribe, please feel welcome to subscribe. Right, pick a spot on the shoreline and lower it as low as I can. Alright then. There. So no beach appeared and it just flooded the ground, look. See, that's like a flood. So if I maybe higher that back up again so it doesn't flood. That's about as low as I can get it, I think, without it flooding. Yeah, is that a bit of a beach? I can't access it because it's out of the square. That looks like beach over there. It's hardly beach, is it? Let's have a look down. It won't let me access it because it's not in my... I don't have the... I don't own the land, so like I can't go over there. It's stopping me. If you're enjoying the stream, please feel welcome to... And we've won another game. Welcome to subscribe, or if you want to comment a street name or anything sort of horror related, like this is Shelley Square after Mary Shelley. Innsmouth is from H.P. Lovecraft. Bub Towers is the Bub is the zombie. Vincent Price Park, that's Cthulhu Gate. Dead Square was all where all the incinerating plants are, so there's not much life there. Now Underhill Heights, I didn't choose that name, the game did, but I quite liked it because it's Frodo Baggins' secret name. Alright, okay. Let it sit for a while. So where's the lake? Down here. Alright, let's try that then, Mark. Let's try that technique. I'm going to lower this. Oh, is that like beach? Look, appearing. Would that technically be beach? It's flooding. So it's not beach, is it? But it looks, it's just flooding there. Them bloody rocks. Get rid of them. Right, so it's flooding a little bit there, look. It might sort itself out, like you say, but it's hardly a beach, is it? Doesn't look very beachy to me. What's this here? Oh, that's the emptying. Down to 1,000 people. Right, what time are we on? 11. So it's still asking for a lot of industrial. So let's maybe expand on that. Huge forestry area this, which is really cool. Because it's what I refer to as a clean industry. it doesn't pollute the ground. I'm just going to give it a bit of a boost because it's asking for a fair amount. Alright, let's see how that goes. This like little mountain's got like a hole in it. Can't really see where it goes, but anyway. Let's have a look at some of these monuments then. Is there a really silly tall one? There is. I know what this one here, look. Observation tower. So where's the island? We could have that on the island, couldn't we? Like overlooking the city. Look how high that is. Is that the highest part of the... I think we should build it. Go on then. Look at that. That is goddamn ridiculous. I'm going to build a little parking for them. That's just silly. But I guess if you're looking from the observation tower, you can see the whole of the city, look. That's your view of these water pipes and electricity industry. So yeah, hardly a view. But there it is on the island. I made the island a bit of a nice place to go. You still can't get a bus there though, so maybe we should put a bus stop. Where we're going to go from? Go from there. Add a stop, and then we'll add a stop. To add one here, look. Right outside that giant tower. One out of there. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. So we now have a bus line. And where's the bus depot? It's right down by the prison, look. So all the buses are coming out now, brown ones. I'll just follow one. seem to get a bit lost at first until they connect on the line. I'll just follow him over there. You can see where he's heading towards the tower. Yeah, they'll all pile up at first because that's the first stop. It's already got 2 passengers on. Oh, there's a traffic light there, look. Turn that off. Anyway. Back to the bus. Where is he? So he's got to go through the industrial area, which is a bit busy, but is that a bus stop? Yeah, this is a bus stop. And he's going to go over the bridge. Turn left, here's the bus stop. A couple of tourists get off, cross over. It just means the island's got a bit of a public transport connection. 3 people all getting off. Where's he going? He's going to the restaurant. Old Biddy with a walking stick. Down the end here, look. We must like it in there. I can't see what it says. Natural fresh meat. And then if you want to go back to the city, you can get the bus stop right outside the Statue of Liberty. There's 6 people on there. I think it sort of drops you somewhere around here where the metro line is. It's very busy. It's hard to see sometimes where you are. Yeah, we want the fake stale meat. Right. Alright guys, we're doing really well. We did the milestone. We got crematoriums. That's nearly empty now. So what I'm going to do is actually open it again. And now it's an active cemetery with its own hearses, which service this area of the city. We can actually start emptying this one again, and then that'll be more use. I'm just wondering where the hearses will go. Just watching this hearse here. It should turn right. Yep. And then turn right again. Yep. And then there's the crematorium right in front of him. So he's going to drop off the bodies and then go back to the cemetery. So he's just basically going around the block. Yep. I mean, there's another cemetery right there, look. We could start emptying them all. I just noticed a bit of traffic. Just making sure there's no traffic lights on. Don't know why they would pile up like that. Just watching this traffic for a minute. It's quite busy here. Right guys, thanks for watching. We're doing really well for money too. Back up to 4,000. It's asking for a lot of industry still, which is kind of good because I have the capacity for it in this area. Very cool. So if you're new to the channel and watching the stream and you want to subscribe to follow the city being built, I'd much appreciate it. And you can watch some of the previous episodes. Which would help my watch hours. Quite a lot of traffic. It's not doing too bad. I just like watching the traffic for a minute. Pretty busy. Oh, I didn't realise that. It's like a lake. A little bridge. I never noticed that. It's just like a cake in the middle of a pond. How cool. A little prison. A little shop. With a clown on top of it. Just the general store. Wondering if I can just make this ground a little bit less extreme. No. It's like driving down the main street. Look, this is the archway to the city. All the tourists. Youngblood Street. Weird sign. The little grill. Are they turning up for the game yet? No. Right guys, thanks for watching. Might try and come on again tomorrow. And expect want to look into getting a train line and a NFL stadium. Great stuff. Thanks for watching.